Welcome to the Hire Yourself podcast. Are you stuck in the corporate rat race, worrying about layoffs, and longing to take control of your destiny? This is the place for frustrated executives like you who want to escape the grind, live life on your own terms, and build wealth. Whether you're ready to make a full transition into franchise ownership or want to start building a side business along your corporate job, Pete guides you every step of the way. He'll talk about how to create career and income security, diversify your assets and income, and live life on your own terms. Your path to controlling your own destiny starts now.
Welcome to the Hire Yourself podcast. My name is Pete Gilfillan. I'm an entrepreneur, the best-selling author of the book Hire Yourself, a nationally recognized franchise consultant, and a proud corporate escapee. And my mission in life is to help senior-level executives take control of their destiny, to build wealth, and to live life on their terms. And with my podcast, I always try to answer a question. And today I want to talk a little bit about this. Is that it was a very interesting article, and it is by the Wall Street Journal, and it was, where have all the bosses gone? So bottom line is, the question I want to answer is that, hey, what's going on with the corporate world in terms of executives getting stretched too thin? Because bottom line is that with the cuts in management, as we get flatter in our organizations, bottom line is that there is a real struggle with these leaders to be able to lead their employees, and employees are feeling it. So are you a leader, and do you actually not have time to lead? That is kind of scary, right? Because as leaders, that's the most important thing. So I think there are 6 reasons why you need to escape the corporate world and consider franchise ownership, right? So first is that you're spread too thin, right? So as the flattening of the organization happens, bottom line is that you got more reports. You may have double or triple the number of direct reports, and that gets a lot harder. It spreads you out. It doesn't give you time to mentor, to coach, or do the simple managing stuff that you need to do to help those people. And bottom line is that when we look at it, it is hard when you're stretched thin to have those systems, the processes, that support staff to kind of do the things that you need to be doing. So number 1 is you get spread out too thin. So number 2 is that leadership has been replaced with overload, right? Meaning there's just endless pressure without resources. And I live that world. And the Harvard Business Review, interesting, they had an article on this or a post. 65% of executives' time, it was not towards leadership. It was being an individual contributor. So the idea is that they're doing a lot of the work themselves, and they don't have time to lead or develop people, which is things, right? So bottom line is, as a franchise owner, you can set the pace. You can set your priorities. The third thing is that constant job security, right? Downsizing these management positions, it is leading to more and more executives getting kind of pushed out, right? So the 50-plus-year-old executives, they're the fastest group facing layoffs, right? And we've talked about this before. 50% of 50-plus-year-old corporate level executives get pushed out of their company before they're ready. So if you are over 50, just understand that you have a number on your back, right? It's just a matter of time where you're going to get pushed out. And we won't even get into the topic of ageism. As a franchise owner, you have true income security, right? So nobody can decide you're too old. They can't clock you out of your income or your career. The fourth thing is that there's a lot of stress in the corporate world, and that impacts your health and your family. And I've lived that, right? That burnout thing. And there was a Gallup poll that found that 70% of executives report that their job negativity impacts their mental health. And as a country, we really do a poor job. I mean, the long hours, the constant pressure, the lack of balance spills over to your family. And I've lived that, right? As a franchise owner, you control your lifestyle, your schedule. That doesn't mean you're not working hard, but you can protect your health, you can protect your relationships, and you can certainly protect your time. A fifth reason is that when we see a lot of these companies, there is no time for strategic vision. There's no time to think, right? Leaders are buried in admin work and reporting metrics and stuff like that. And bottom line is that as leaders, we need to have time to focus on what's important. And the cool thing about it, as a franchise owner, you can set that strategic leadership. So you can make that a priority, building that vision, hiring the right team, growing something that matters. matters. You know, a sixth reason why, as we take a look at executives, and the idea behind this is that you're building somebody else's dream, right? So when you're in a corporate world, you're working hard, right? You're working really hard and you're building a business. And the deal is that you're getting a paycheck, but you're not building anything for yourself. You are building somebody else's castle. When you have a franchise, your hard work contributes to building something that is yours. And I think a lot about the book Compound Effect, right? These small, consistent things that you do building something ultimately lead to wealth and financial freedom, which is so important. So bottom line is that as organizations get smaller, as they compress leadership, there is no time to be a leader. We're getting pulled a lot of different directions, and it can impact many different things. So as we look at alternatives, you know, if you're one of those executives, you don't have time to lead, you're getting pulled a lot of different directions, franchising may be a path for you to take. It's not for everybody, but it may be a way in which you can take control of your destiny, build wealth, and live life on your terms, which is so important. So if it's something you're interested in learning more about, I encourage you to go to Hire Yourself, schedule a 15-minute call with me. I can learn a little bit more about you. I can tell you a little bit about how I can help you explore franchises. My services are free. I also encourage you to subscribe, follow. I'm always here for you, always answering questions. But again, my mission is to help senior level executives take control of their destiny, live wealth, and live life on their terms.
Thanks for joining us on the Hire Yourself podcast. Pete's here to help you break free from the corporate rat race, take control of your destiny, and finally live life on your own terms. Whether that's jumping into franchise ownership full time or starting it as a side hustle. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe, share it with a fellow frustrated executive, and leave a review to let us know your thoughts. Until next time, take charge, build your future, and live life on your own terms.